may be surprised to hear he's a congressional candidate from Texas and not a hitman in a porno movie. I'm sorry, I know he lost his eye in war or whatever.
Saturday Night Live, SNL facing backlash after mocking this Republican congressional candidate in Texas.
Dan Crenshaw is a former Navy SEAL who lost his eye while he was serving in Afghanistan.
That retired Navy SEAL, he's Lieutenant Commander Dan Crenshaw, now wants to continue to get back to the country and represent his district in the House. So, Dan, first off, how did you find out that you were going to be the subject of what they thought was humor on SNL?
Right. Well, I got a lot of text messages that morning, and you know, we saw the video, and it's exactly like you said. What passes for humor these days is not what used to pass for humor, and I think that's the big tragedy in all this, right? Like, why can't we just be funny again? What happened to our comedy in this country? Why can't we give the American people a break and separate comedy from politics? And this one was pretty inappropriate.
Dan, the National Republican Congressional Committee has demanded an apology from Mr. Davidson and from NBC. What do you want?
Well, you know, they probably should apologize, but that doesn't mean I'm going to demand an apology. I don't want to demand an apology that is hollow and empty. I do think that in today's culture, in today's politics, we tend to throw rocks at each other back and forth, demanding apologies for every upset that is done to us. Now, they certainly crossed the line, but their apology won't mean anything to me. I think what they should do is maybe pool their money together and donate to some veterans charities out there that could really use some help.
You know, what was interesting to me when I'm watching it, you know, we get the luxury of living in this great country, and you guys go out there and you fight for our freedoms. You lost your eye, clearly. You've been through a lot of pain and surgeries. Will you tell the American people and the folks at Saturday Night Live and Pete Davidson what you went through to fight for him and to fight for all of us?
Well, so that particular mission, we were in Helmand Province in Afghanistan. There was an IED, about 15 pounds of explosives, basically a homemade landmine that went off right in front of me. It killed my interpreter, and it completely blinded me. I was put into a medically induced coma to recover. I woke up 5 days later. My right eye was gone, and they weren't sure if I'd ever see out of my left eye again. It's actually a miracle that I can see it all and continue serving the American people. And listen, I have thick skin, all right? But in the SEAL teams, we poke fun of each other all the time. But I have certain rules for when my friends poke fun at me. And it's simply this. It has to be original, it has to be witty, and it has to be actually funny. All right? And this wasn't funny.
Well, good luck in your race, and I agree with you 100%. You're at about 5 to 9 point lead in your effort to replace Ted Poe in Texas. Thanks so much, and thanks for your service.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you all for having me. It's great to be with you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
God bless you. A new poll